So guys, we are going to go through 3 different scenarios. All right, and I told you yesterday we're going to kind of talk about that back of the 1040 form that you got to fill out sometimes. We're going to have one of those today too. All right, so Andy Davis is our first one. Everybody recognizes Andy, right? He's from Toy Story. All right, so I gave you the W-2 so we can see, he worked at Pizza Planet. We can see how much money he made. Okay. So let's go ahead. We're going to start filling this out. Now, if you guys need to tear this apart, if it helps you, whatever, it's your packet to work through. What? Yeah, I made it where you can just flip it up, but if some people don't like that, try to help you out. I tried. All right, so here we go. So let's fill out this top part. Filing status. What is Andy? He is single. All right, first name and initial. He is Andy. We don't know his middle name, so Andy and then Davis. Yeah, that's Andy Davis. All right, social security number. We have 51100, and then we have, don't want to give away your entire social security number. That'd be bad. You don't give your social security number to anybody. So no, on tax forms you do. So that's bad. Yes. That's fine. Yeah, there's certain places that it's okay to give. Don't tell anybody in here what your social security number is. Yeah. Hey, guys. We have a test on Monday. You have to know how to do this. I need you guys to pay attention. Yeah, you probably could. All right, so for your standard deduction, can someone claim him as a dependent? Yes. He is in high school, so somebody can claim him, so we have to check that box. Even if he's in college, your parents can still claim you. Oh yeah, Andy's a college student who was claimed as a dependent on his mom's tax returns. Yeah. Oh, no, you're fine. All right, so he does not have a spouse, so let's skip that part. Home address, so we have 729 Bo Peep Lane. No, I made that up. Chagrin Falls, Ohio, 44022. Chagrin? Chagrin? Yeah. Yeah, if you still live at home up to, I think it's age 25, I think your parents can still claim you. I had a question mark at the end of that number. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I don't know off the top of my head. All right, so he doesn't have any dependents, right? So then we just need to sign. Andy Davis.
Isn't this illegal?
Yes, we're forging his signature. So occupation, he's a college student. That doesn't really matter. All right, so that's the easy stuff. Hopefully everybody's okay with that part. We can fill out basic info. All right, so here we go. So line 1, where do I get that info? From box 1. Line 1 from box 1, his wages. So 9,852. We do not write change on here. Rounding to the nearest dollar would round down to 852. Okay? There's no change. Just kind of like when you write a check, you kind of like fill in the rest of the line. You can put zeros if you want. I'm just lazy. It's just faster. All right, so part 2, does he have any bank interest? No. I want to make sure we're clear on what this is, though. This is from the bank. Dividends is stocks. Does he have any of that? Nope. Does he have any IRA, pension, Social Security benefits, none of that stuff. Okay. So then we're all the way down, since he doesn't have any of this. Line 6, total income, add lines 1 through 5. Good, 9,852. All right, guys, here's what I need from you. At any point, if I write something down and you don't know where it came from, I need you to ask, okay? Line 7, adjusted gross income. Does he have any adjustments? No. It says then to just enter the amount from line 6. Okay, 9,852. Line 8, standard deduction. Now, be very careful. So we have the whole single, married, filing jointly, head of household. Look at the last part. If you checked any box under standard deduction, see the instructions. If you look back at what you checked, your standard deduction, we checked a box. Okay? Since we checked that, then we have to flip to the back side. Here's the instructions. So anytime a parent is claiming the child, you have to fill out the back. Okay? If they're claiming themselves, you don't have to do it. So let's go ahead and talk through this then. So number 1, check if he were born before January 2nd, 1954. No. If he was blind? No. And the other part's about his spouse, which he doesn't have. So then it says total number of boxes checked. 0. Number 2, is your earned income more than $700? Yes. Okay, so I marked yes. Add $350 to your earned income. Okay, so we had his income is $9,852. So we're going to add $350 to that. $10,202. You guys with me so far? Okay, number 3, enter the amount shown below for your filing status. So it's $12,000. He was single. Line 4. Okay, so it says enter the smaller of line 2 or line 3. The smaller of these lines is 10,202. Okay, and then it's got the whole, if it's after January 1st, 54, and not blind, stop here, blah, 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 blah. I'm never going to give you all that stuff. So you can stop at enter the smaller of line 2 or 3. Okay? And it says add lines 4A and 4B. So that's going to be 10,202. All right. So, and then it tells you to put this on your 1040 on line 8. It tells you where to put it. So 10,202. So since his mom claims him, he does not get to have a $12,000 deduction. He only got 10,202. Okay. Now, is it possible though that it could end up even better than the 12,000? Yes, it is possible it could end up even better for you. Okay. If he made more money, if he made more than $9,000, it would have went even higher. Okay. All right. So here we at. So line 9, qualified business income. No. Taxable income. Subtract lines 8 and 9 from line 7. So then it says if 0 or less, because you're at it's going to be negative, enter 0. Okay, so it wants me to subtract these. 9,000 minus 10,000 is going to be a negative number. So since it's negative, we just have to write 0. So we just said that his taxable income is nothing. He has no taxable income. He didn't make enough. Okay? So on line 11, it says tax. What's his tax going to be? 0. He doesn't have anything. He has no income. Does he get a child tax credit? No, he is the child. No, he doesn't have any kids. So then it says subtract line 12 from line 11. That's still 0. 14, he does not have other taxes. And then 15, total tax. Add lines 13 and 14. Still 0. All right. Oh, line 16. Federal income tax withheld. So go back to his W-2. Which box is it in? It's box 2. 1,970. 17, does he have any refundable credits? Considering we don't know what that is? No. All right, add lines 16 and 17. All right. Does he get a refund? Or does he owe? Look at this. If line 18 is more than line 15. If line 18 is more than line 15. Yes, so he gets a refund. If line 18 is more than line 15, it's in the refund category. So then subtract line 15 from line 18. So 1970 minus 0 is 1970. So guys, what happened is he didn't make enough money. So what happens is he gets everything back that he paid in, which is what usually happens with you guys. Okay, you usually get back everything because you just don't make enough.
So if we can just over, we should ask if we pay less because then we pay tax they'll cut in.
Right.
So you want
You had a point.
If you're just over,
Yeah, $1 under.
just under.
Yeah. So if you want to keep track of that, you could. Right? Like, I'm gonna take the day off. I don't want to get paid today. All right. So we doing okay? Recognizing when we have to do the backside. Right? When do you use the backside? When your parents claim you. Okay, then you got to fill out the back. All right, let's move on to George Jetson. You guys know who the Jetsons are, right? It's a great cartoon. All right, so George Jetson, what do we know about George? He's married and has 2 kids, Judy and Elroy. All right, so we have George Jetson. He works at Spacely Sprockets. And that was it. So his wife, does she work? She does not. She is a stay-at-home mom. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk through this. So filing status. What would he do? He's married. Does he file jointly or separately? It's actually jointly. Now stop and think for a minute. The government allows you, if you are married and only one works, you can still file jointly. How does that help you? Because when you look at, yeah, it's going to lower your tax. Because if you look at like that standard deduction off of line 8, right, that's going to be a bigger number. That's a 24,000 if you're filing jointly. We like that. Is that tax avoidance or tax evasion? Avoidance. It's allowing me to lower my taxes legally. All right, so first name and initial. It is George Jetson. So George Jetson. And George's is 500, 0, 0, and then we got 4 X's. All right. So do we put the spouse's name on here? Yes, he's married. So Jane Jetson. Jane Jetson. And then she's 501. Somebody's talking to Siri back there? All right. Home address. Do we have his address? Yes, we do. If you look on your W-2 form, you're going to have the address. So 1 Skypad apartment. Apartment Lane. And then look, over here's where apartment number goes. Did you guys catch that? So 1A. Apartment's on the end over there. And that's in Waco, Texas. I always wondered where the Jetsons were. Apparently they're in Texas. It must be over top of Texas? I don't know. All right. Do they have dependents? Yes. Again, if you don't know what their names are, they were on that previous page where the picture was. They are Judy and Elroy. She's the 502. And Elroy Relationship. You could write daughter, son, you could write child. Either way does not matter. I'm going to write daughter and son. And they do get a tax credit. How much per child? $2,000 per child. You got to pay for those kids all year long, just so you know. All right, so signature. Go ahead and sign George Jetson. All right, and Jane Jetson. All right, questions on the first part? Doing okay? At least got one person paying attention. Thanks. One table. All right, you guys ready? We got this. We got this. All right, so line 1, what box do I look at? Box 1. Will it round up or stay where it is? Round up. Got the 76 cents on it, so we're going to round it up. So, whoo, 97,533. Well, he's living up in the sky, so. All right. 2A. Were we given any bank stuff for him? No, unfortunately, I didn't give us any of that. So, again, this is bank, so make sure we understand. Any stocks? Nope, didn't give us anything. And I'm not giving you anything for 4 and 5. So, line 6. Good, it's going to be the same. 97,533. Adjusted gross income. It's just, it says enter the amount from line 6, so 97,533. All right, 8. Standard deduction. I did not check anything, right? He's claiming himself. He's not a child. So he is married, filing jointly. Okay, so that is 24,000. Do you see how that helped that he filed jointly with his wife? She makes no money, but they're still jointly, so he gets 24,000. If he was separate, it'd only be 12. So tax avoidance, it's legal. It helps him get a better tax return. All right, so number 9, we don't have anything there. 10, taxable income. Subtract lines 8 and 9 from 7. Okay, so we just need to subtract these two. So 73,533. And we wonder why we have no idea what's going on. Line 11, tax. This is from your booklet. So we are looking up 73,533 in the tax booklet, and you have to look under married filing jointly. Good, 8,442. Okay, line 12, child tax credit. How much does he get? 4,000, because he's got 2 kids. So 4,000. They help out sometimes. Line 13, subtract line 12 from line 11. Good, 4,442. We're just subtracting this. 14, other taxes. No. All right, so 15, total tax. Add lines 13 and 14. Yeah. Line 16, federal income tax. So go back to the W-2. Look at box 2. 3,280. Does it round up? Yeah. Yes, it does. So 3,280. So right now, what are you seeing? Here's what he owes. Here's what he's paid. He's going to owe. All right. And again, guys, if you're not sure, if that's not clear when you're looking at that, just read. If I look at refund, if line 18 is more than line 15. Oh, I didn't finish today. Sorry. Add line 16 and 17. So 3,280, sorry. So is line 18 more than line 15? No. So it doesn't fall here. It's going to fall down here where it says amount you owe. Subtract line 18 from line 15. 1,162. Yeah, if they had one more kid, it'd be all right. It depends. She is not dependent on them, though. And she's a robot. She's a robot. Oh, I did. I did. Sorry. Thank you. There we go. All right, so looking at the next one. Last one we're going to do together, guys. The Boyds. Somebody recognize them? That is from Jerry Maguire. Oh, you guys have never seen Jerry Maguire? Show Me the Money? Nothing?
I've heard of that.
It's from Jerry. It's a good movie. Jerry Maguire. Did you? You have to bring in a baby picture. What? No, Jerry Maguire, he's a sports agent who goes off on his own. Yeah, it's a good movie. All right, anyway, so we have Dorothy Boyd. She is a single mom and has one child. Okay? So here we go. So we have her W-2. Oh, we also have a 1099 form. What is this from? That's bank interest. Okay? If you look, we have interest income 256.98. If you look, when we always have to do like how much was taken out for taxes, notice that box is empty. The bank didn't take anything from taxes here. Okay? All right. So we also have dividends and distributions. What's that? Stocks. So 655.75, right? They took that out for tax, or she earned that for her stocks that she has. All right. So let's go ahead and go through this. Filing status. What is she? No, she's not. She is head of household. Why is she head of household? She has a child. If she didn't have any kids, she'd be single. But since she has a child and she's single, it makes her head of household. That changes how much her standard deduction is. Alex? How do I know it's a child? Yeah. And I hoped you would have seen Jerry Maguire. All right, good question, though. I'll make sure it's clear for you on other things. All right, so first name and initial is Dorothy Boyd. Hey, guys. Dorothy Boyd. Social Security number, 72584, and then a bunch of X's. Right? Standard deduction, she's okay here, right? Only if you're in high school, your parents are claiming you or whatever. That's that one. Does not have a spouse. So we're at the home address, 951 Oak Street. Los Angeles, California. All right, dependents. That's Ray Boyd. And he's 511, and then he's all X's. And that is her son. Will she get a credit for him? Yes. All right, and then we just need to sign. All right. You ready to get to the fun stuff? Yes. What? Question? You good? Yeah. Mhm. Kid? I'd probably write child. Son, daughter is probably what most people would write. Don't be obnoxious. Child's fine. All right. All that stuff comes from the paper I gave you. All right, so here we go. So on 1040, box 1, where does that come from, or line 1? Box 1. All right. Are you rounding? Yes? What are we rounding to? Good. 55,898. Line 2, did she have bank interest? Yes. Good. 257 is correct. Line 3, did she have stocks? 650 what? 656? That's a palindrome. That's the same forwards and backwards. Sexy as you flip it backwards. Either way, I don't know where he got an 8. All right, so 4 and 5, she didn't have anything for there. So line 6, add lines 1 through 5. So 56,811. That is how much income then she has when you add all those together. Line 7. What do I write for line 7? Good. I'm going to write the same thing. I don't have anything that says add, enter the amount from line 6. All right. Line 8, standard deduction. Which one's she going to be? 18,000. Good, because she is head of household. So it's 18,000. Line 9? No. Line 10, taxable income. Subtract lines 8 and 9 from line 7. Good. So we're just going to subtract these two. 38,811. Just subtract them. Line 11 says tax. Where does that come from? That's the booklet. Now make sure you look up that amount, 38,811, all the way over to head of household. Good, 4,387. Line 12, child tax credit, $2,000. Got the one child. Line 13 says subtract line 12 from line 11. So 2,387. Line 14, nothing. Line 15, add lines 13 and 14. 2,387. Line 16, where's that come from? Comes from your W-2. I won't ever put it on the 1099. 11,180. Because a lot of times they don't take it out. You would add them if there was something there. Yeah. I'm not going to give you any because it's kind of rare. Now you guys know when I do this that I expect you to actually think through this while I'm doing it, not just blindly write everything down, right? Okay. I don't think not everyone knows that. Yes, I am getting money back. Let's kind of go through real quick. Line 17, did you have anything? No. 18 says add lines 16 and 17. 11,180. Again, if you're not sure, some of you can just see it and recognize it, but if not, it says refund if line 18 is more than line 15. Is 18 more than 15? Yes. Yeah, way over. Subtract them, and that's the amount that you overpaid. Good. So it's 8,793. That is a refund. Are we feeling better today than we did yesterday? Good. Test you right now.